Hi there and welcome back to my channel, Full Stack Explorers. As in the last video, I explained the folder structure of Fresh.js briefly. Today we will talk about how routes work in Fresh.js and also how we can create routes. First, let's start the project. Open the terminal in your VS Code by clicking Terminal above. Then click on New Terminal or. You can use the shortcut Ctrl plus Shift plus tilde sign on your left corner of your keyboard. Now type Deno task start and press enter. The server is started on port 8000. Click on the link by pressing Ctrl plus click or copy the link and paste it in your browser. As you can see, it's running now. Let's clean up this default code first. Get back to VS Code. Go to the routes folder and open the index.tsx file, which is the main entry point of the app. The index.tsx file represents the /route, which will be the localhost 8000/page. Alright, let's remove the code inside the home function. Add a return statement and a div in it. Write something here. I'll write hello full stack explorers. Save the file. Before checking the changes, let's go to the islands folder, which contains the counter.tsx file. This file is used in the index.tsx file. Remove the counter.tsx file as we don't need the counter anymore. Check the changes in the browser. As you can see, the page content is removed and only Hello Full Stack Explorers text is displayed. Let's get back to VS Code. There are two things you need to know before proceeding further. 1. The code in the routes folder pertains to server-side content, while the code in the islands folder is for client-side content. What does that mean? In server-side content, you can't write client-side code, which is located in the routes folder. Similarly, in client-side content, you can't write server-side code, so you might be wondering how it works. I explained this in my last video and will delve deeper into it in later videos. Just remember you can't mix front-end code in the back-end and vice versa. Many people make this mistake because they don't realize that Fresh.js supports SSR server-side rendering. Now, let's get back to the main topic. We can create routes in Fresh.js in two ways. 1. File-based routing. 2. Folder-based routing. What is file-based routing? File-based routing in Fresh.js involves creating individual files for each route in the routes folder. Each file represents a specific route of the application. To create a new route using file-based routing, right-click on the routes folder and select New File. I'll name the route products.tsx and press Enter. Inside the file, create a default exported function that represents the route's content. Save the file and check the changes in the browser. Now how you can access any route. Go to URL and enter route name after / as our route name is products and press enter. As you can see, it's working now. Now let's get back to VS Code. Remember, every route you create should be exported as a default function. Failure to do so may cause issues with your application. How the folder-based routing works? Folder-based routing in Fresh.js involves creating folders within the routes folder, where each folder represents a specific route of the application. Inside each route folder, there should be an index.tsx file that represents the content of that route. To create a new route using folder-based routing, right-click on the routes folder and select New Folder. Name the new folder with the desired route name. I'll name this route blog and press Enter. Inside the blog folder, right-click and add a new file named index.tsx. Create a default exported function inside index.tsx that represents the route's content. In return, I'll make a div like I did in products route file and. I'll add text, this is blog page. Save the file. Now, when you navigate to the blog route in your application, it will display the content defined in the index.tsx file inside the blog folder. Check the changes in the browser. To view the newly created route, follow the same process as before. Navigate to the main entry URL, add blog after the slash, and press enter. You should now see the content of the blog page displayed. Well done, everyone! You've now learned how to create routes in Fresh.js using both file-based and folder-based routing methods. As for why I prefer the folder-based approach, I'll explain more in the next video as we delve into advanced topics. In the meantime, keep practicing and don't hesitate to reach out if you encounter any issues. That's all for now. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel to show your support. I'll see you in the next video. Happy coding!